What's up YouTube, Gemini Johnny back again with another compilation of some of the wildest TikTok conspiracy theories I can find. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm still hovering around 70% of the people watching my videos not actually subscribed to my channel, and I appreciate you watching. But, sub up, it's free, and then you'll never miss a video. Merch shop is live, I won't shut up about it. You guys know how to find it, it's down below this video. And now without further ado, let's jump right in.
What did my husband catch while zoomed in?
Dragon? Looks like a bug to me.
What did my husband catch while zoomed in?
Watch it one more time. That's a bug. Come on now. No, it's a dragon. Yes, you captured what's called an ender dragon, a byproduct of CERN opening a portal to the dimension nicknamed the End. No, that's just what the top comment says, and I thought that was funny. Or maybe they're right.
Want to know why?
Okay, I have a question for everyone, and please leave a comment about this. So the solar eclipse had occurred, and the dark side of the moon is normally dark. So this time, with all this technology and rovers and everything up there on the other side of the moon, I haven't seen a video yet of that side being lit up. So please, somebody please post that.
I don't disagree with his point. I would like to see those pictures as well. But I would be willing to bet this guy a week ago was saying that the solar eclipse was going to shut down the internet or something. It doesn't make any sense that that one has 40,000 views. All those other ones have like a few hundred. Okay, maybe not. But while we're on the subject, did they initiate martial law and sweep communism into the country? Or maybe some of those TikTokers we saw were just fear-mongering a little bit.
Bruh.
Look, there's something flying through the air. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
Yo, what the f?
Aliens!
Yo. Bruh.
Look, there's something flying through the air.
Could also just be an airplane shadow, right?
Bruh.
Look, there's something flying through the air.
Or down this bottom of the
What was that? What the fuck was that?
Yo, what the f? Yo.
Like it could just be an airplane shadow. I don't know. Weird.
So you're telling me that they made these paper glasses to look at the sun and us not go blind. But let me show you something really freaking crazy. Here's the sky right now. Obviously you can't see anything. The sun is covered by the cloud. Let me show you what's in these eclipse glasses. This is the glasses. I'm literally pointing my camera at the floor. So tell me why the eclipse is in the glasses and it's moving. And again, the glasses were pointed at the floor. So, where's the actual eclipse? Why are we being told to wear these glasses? And we can't look at it if we don't have them on, but we're not even looking at anything in the sky. I'm just saying, like, make it make sense.
Alright, she got me. I think she's trolling. Yeah. You read some of her comments, you can tell she's definitely trolling. She's not being serious. Thank God. Oh my God. I was like, I can't with this stupidness today. Yeah, she was definitely joking. It was funny though. Got me.
The lies of the solar eclipse are exposed. Tons of people on YouTube and TikTok were pushing fear for a paycheck so they can get paid from YouTube and TikTok. Lies to the American people while raking in thousands of followers from slave-minded humans in America that will believe anything no matter what someone says. And I tell you nothing was going to happen? What happened to the fact that it was an X over Texas and that it was going to be big shootouts in Texas? Many people in Texas were supposed to pass away. What happened to the fact that you shouldn't be at large gatherings because there's possibly a bomb that was going to go off? People were going to be staring to the sky and their eyes are going to turn big and black. What happened to the fact that there was supposed to be earthquakes that came from Texas all the way up to New York or Maine or something like that? There was supposed to be a river that just came out of nowhere from Texas all the way up to Maine. You know, I can expect this from weak men because weak men will do anything for a paycheck to survive because they can't make money and they'll do anything for money. All of you people out there, you actually believed any of these people that was telling this. If I didn't say it, then it wasn't happening. Because one, I have enough common sense that it don't matter what people on TikTok, YouTube, or the mainstream news say. When something goes down, you will never see it coming. No matter what people try to tell you. How many times have people told you something was going to happen and nothing has ever happened? See, this is why they can call people conspiracy theorists. The way the game is played is sometimes they like to allow y'all to go ahead and push all this fear on the internet so that the word conspiracy theorist upholds itself, right? So when y'all pushing these lies, they can say, look at that person. He's a conspiracy theorist. And that's what the problem is. When something is going to happen, you will never see it coming. You are local. You are gone in the head. And when they call you names of conspiracy theorists, you deserve it. Because then you listen to all this trash, and then you run back and tell your friends and family, oh, this is what's going to happen, this is going to happen, and then it don't happen, and now you looking stupid. I didn't tell nobody nothing was going to happen, because I already knew nothing was going to happen.
Exactly.
And you would do anything to turn on American people. This is why I don't trust nobody in this weak country. I will never hang around nobody, because you don't know what someone will do to you behind your back for money. You don't know, because somebody like me, especially an outspoken person like myself, well known around the world, telling the truth about what's going on in the world, I could never allow any of you people around me, because there's no telling what you will say or do for money.
Man, couldn't have said it any better myself. That dude was preaching. Yeah, I've complained about it many times. That's my biggest gripe, is people posting stupid crap that's very easily disproven. You can do 5 minutes of research and realize that the stuff they're saying is inaccurate or just straight up lies. But they know that it'll get 100,000, likes or whatever on TikTok, and they can just keep posting whatever, and people will eat it up because nobody's going to look into it. And the 5 people that do, they're going to be way down in the bottom of the comments. The rational revolution is on its way.
All kinds of weird shit going on, bud.
Is this Venus?
I'm talking about
Yeah, you saw that shit now. I tried to tell you.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And what is that?
Through the atmosphere.
That might be the Devil's Comet. They got something called the Devil's Comet.
It's got to be from...
That way.
All kinds of weird shit going on, bud.
And what was that all about? I didn't know you could see the Devil's Comet like that. My kind of comet. And also, I feel like there's a misconception. They're calling it the Devil's Comet as if like the comet itself has horns. That's not true. It's the way the trails are going off of it. So those are like the horns, and the comet is the head. But I needed to clear that up.
I just finished a film. It's called Sonic the Hedgehog. Comes out in November. Oh. Well, come back next year. I'm sure it'll be nominated. All right, I'm going. Should I take my dinner too? I wouldn't want to leave any of my DNA in the film section.
Yeah. Please don't make this any harder than it already is.
Yeah.
Gemini's code is cloning and shapeshifters.
Sorry, I can't hear you. I see your lips moving, but there's a delay. Takes a long time for the sound to get this far. Yeah. Thank you, Jim. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yet another piece of evidence presented as he didn't say anything about cloning and shapeshifters. I was expecting him to say he's crazy. I mean, he's not crazy, but he's like the type of dude that would say something about cloning and shapeshifters. I wanted to hear what he had to say.
Scientists, they're literally taking bioluminescent genes from like fireflies, jellyfish, whatever. They're integrating it into trees to where trees will glow in the dark at night.
Cool. How cool would that be?
They
like imagine putting like in small towns and we don't need like lights
That's
anymore.
what they want to do.
Dude,
they said
how
no more
fun.
street lights. It would just be trees.
Yes, do this a long time ago. This would be so tight. I would have a glowing tree in my room in a heartbeat. I want a whole street lined with glowing trees. Somehow that would become political.
I just want to warn people.
Could I see that?
Well, in a second.
Okay.
I just want to, I want to tell people that if you go to a newsstand and you read about me in these rags, 90% of what you're reading is absolute garbage. It's total fabrication.
A lot of people think that, I'm kind of going through something, but it's been my whole life. you know, and they go like, well, it's a reaction to depression. He's dealt with depression his whole life, and there's no hint of depression.
Yet another video of Jim Carrey exposing absolutely nothing. Just saying stuff. I don't know. To me, that seems like a misinterpretation of what he was saying. Not the media being drivel, the rags. That's definitely true.
Does anyone notice the woman in the back? Does anyone notice the woman in the back?
Looked like her dress messed up or something, and she was turning away from all the cameras to fix it. There's a lot of conspiracies out there. A lot of celebrities are involved in some really dark stuff, as news reports keep proving. But not everything is going to be very blatant and in your face. Like, she literally was fixing her dress, and they're turning it into some shape-shifting demon thing.
The only Bible that has a copy of the Book of Enoch inside of it is the Ethiopian Bible, which predates the King James Bible by a very, very long time. When the Council of Nicaea got together to decide what books they were going to put in and what books they were going to keep out, they were like, yeah, Enoch, and we can't tell them about the spacemen coming down with the weapons. Just can't do that. We just can't let them know about the spacemen with the advanced weapons. That's something we'll tell them in the Bible that he was whisked away into heaven and never came back because he was so holy. He was just whisked off into heaven. And you got Christians running around telling that story. When in actuality, when you read the Book of Enoch, you discover he had an appointed time to get with these aliens and get into their ship, and was taken up into space to look back at the earth from on top of the clouds. And he describes what the earth looks like from space. And then they took him to go meet the master. And the master taught him knowledge of construction techniques, blueprints, architecture, mathematics, all of this stuff, spirituality, and then brought him back at a later date. It was an appointed time to leave to go learn, like he was going to go to university. And then they brought him back years later. It was so much planned that he even had a conversation with his sons on how to handle the family estate while he was gone. But if you ask a Christian about this, they're going to tell you, no, he was so holy that God just took him, and he's the only person that ever just got snatched up from the earth and never had to go through death. No, that's not accurate. Sorry, it's not accurate. It's just not accurate. We have the receipts, as they say.
Yep, all that. Yeah, the Book of Enoch is crazy. We've talked about it on this channel before. I do think that as we move into this day and age of aliens being a more accepted concept and talked about on government levels and stuff, that Christians will have to start reconsidering the Book of Enoch and the other removed books of the Bible and seeing what those things have in them. And I think we all should. I think it's something we could all learn from, probably. Yeah, I'm trying to get a copy of the Book of Enoch. I'm going to start reading through it. I might just start online because you can probably get one for free. Any of you out there have read it? Let me know. What's your favorite passage?
One of my coworkers was telling me how the Gregorian calendar that we abide by now was actually invented by the church 500 years ago to suppress our natural rhythms and further take control over people's lives, and that the true new year is actually in the spring, not the dead of winter when we should be hibernating. And that's why so many New Year's resolutions end up dying by March, because that's when the new year is actually starting. And I haven't done any research on whether that's true because it just feels true, and I'm going to roll with that. So if you want to continue hibernating with me, harvesting your energy and your dreams, we'll be ready to bloom by spring.
Hell yeah. I've heard the concept of the 13-month calendar, like going off the moon cycles and stuff, and like it seems like it would make more sense, right? That we just, oh, where's the moon? Oh, it's like, I don't know. It's just another way they don't want us thinking about the fact that we're on a freaking giant rock flying through space at an unimaginable speed in an ever-expanding universe, which is going faster, by the way. And they don't know why.
You want to know which shampoo brands are family owned and which ones make your hair fall out? I went to Target and I found the real hair care aisle and another one. We have time, we'll even do the little men's aisle here at the end. This game's simple. We're looking for any brand that's not owned by a mega corporation, or at least a brand that is not in a class action lawsuit for shampoo that makes your hair fall out. No joke. Starting off with Pantene. Who owns Pantene? Procter & Gamble. And if your top shareholders are a bunch of fund managers and banks, no one gives a shit about a hair product in your aisle. So Pantene looks like that. What about OGX? I accidentally went down this rabbit hole about this Brazilian oil company, and I met this billionaire who was an international speedboat champion, got arrested for like major fraud. He was once worth $32 billion and boasted that he would overtake our buddy Carlos Slim as the richest man in the world by 2015. And then his wealth went from this peak of 32 billion to a negative net worth of over 100% losses. To top it all off, he got indicted for a $100 million money laundering scheme, paying off the governor of Rio de Janeiro $16 million. And he is now on a, 30-year sentence in prison. I was like, what is going on? But then I think I realized it was the wrong OGX, and we're talking about a different criminal OGX. That's right, you really can't make this shit up. OGX shampoo is in a class action lawsuit for putting in chemicals that cause hair loss. And it's not just them. Oh, and by the way, OGX is owned by Johnson & Johnson. And we have seen this sheet several times before. So now that we're back on track, here's our aisle. Moving down, it's more of the same. Then we scooch on down and we find herbal essences, which is obviously not so herbal. So we'll just color their whole section in red. Ah, shit, well, we've done this before. We got Unilever. And if you don't know, now you know. And at the end of the aisle, we got Tresemme. Is that French? That must be good for your hair. Yeah, totally. Not to mention that if you were paying attention, you would have realized that Tresemme is also making your hair fall out. So that's aisle number 1. Welcome to Target. Okay, aisle number 2. We already did Suave. Unilever gave away their North American business to private equity. But fuck them, I'm feeling spicy this morning. We're giving them straight up red. Next we got Garnier Fructis, L'Oreal Group. Oh shit, L'Oreal's family owned, man. Still owned by the Bettencourt Myers family. That's so cool. I mean, L'Oreal can go fuck itself. That ain't cool. Fuck these billionaires. That's right, red. How about Aussie? Yeah, you know the drill. Red. Oh, snap. But now we got all kinds of stuff going on. And by all kinds of stuff, I mean a whole bunch of companies making products that will put the hair back in your head that they already made fall out. These are the ones that we already investigated with their cute little different types of bottles and shit of fake ass drugs to fix the problem that they fucking made. Now we're gonna look into Axe and Vivena and Nioxin and whatever this stuff is down here in these bottles and this little horsey shit. All right, you ready to speed run this? Let's go, baby. Nioxin. Axe is Unilever. Oh, hey, Viviscal. Church and Dwight. That's new. Psych. Just another mega corporation. Pert Plus is Procter & Gamble. Nexus is Unilever. Next we got this horse shampoo. And whatever oh, wait a minute. I think that's Raw Sugar. Damn straight. We already met Raw Sugar. They are family founder owned. They're legit. Props to Donda. And if you know, then you already know that that horse shampoo is actually the shit. And it's owned by the founders, and they got some dope ass story, and I'm not gonna dig too deep lest I discover something awful about it. I'm just making fun of them. It's not actually horse shampoo. It's called Mane and Tail. Check it out. So I think we finish off kind of like this. I don't know what that shit is. All right, moving down into the men's section. This is stuff we already did. Dove, men's, bullshit. Suave, men's, bullshit. Just gonna speed run all this all at once. Michiru is owned by Unilever. Old Spice is Procter & Gamble. Got to Be is owned by Schwarzkopf. Schwarzkopf is owned by Henkel. Henkel's ownership is a little different, but don't kid yourself. This is what a mega corporation looks like. Hers is like actually hims and hers, you know, erectile dysfunction pills that some homie started in 2017. We're not gonna dig any deeper. We're just gonna let him have his party. So you can put erectile dysfunction stuff in your hair if you want. Sorry, I'm just playing, Andrew. I'm just playing. Nizoral is owned by Kramer Laboratory, and Kramer Laboratory is having an identity crisis. I'm getting 3 different answers from my Google search. Turns out it all leads up to Banks Group. That's not promising. And that leads up to some private equity owned by Bart Becht. $30 billion worth of private equity. But when in doubt, just type in your trusty Google search. Product name, lawsuits. And you'll find out that some of Nizaral's products are breaking up your liver. They're clearly not too concerned with your health. And lastly, we got Head & Shoulders, which will forever remind me of that 90s movie about the aliens where they had to kill the aliens with the Head & Shoulders shampoo. Sorry, Gen Z, that was on VHS. So, end of the aisle looks like this. We got some Raw Sugar, we got some erectile dysfunction medication, and we got some private equity in orange. Holy damn. So, Target sucks. Don't go there. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that Target's owned by some bullshit too? So next time you're out shopping, you just remember, it don't matter who you buy from. All that money goes to the same fund managers and the same private equity billionaire banker bitches. We didn't have time to get to this fancy shit today, but we'll get there. And if you're waiting for me to tell you that native shampoo is good, I'm sorry. You shouldn't watch the next video. So that's the real shampoo aisle, and a little side tangent about a Brazilian billionaire that likes to race jet skis and is now in prison. All this shit's depressing. I'm gonna go into the mountains for the weekend and run around. So I'll see you next week. Peace.
God, I love his videos. So that's something I've always wanted to do, is go in and break down every one of those and who owns them. Because that's what it's usually the first thing I'll look into when I'm looking into a company or checking out a conspiracy theory. Let's go Google who owns this company, what mega corporation is it, what kind of suck am I dealing with. So shout out to Cancel This Clothing Co. You guys dope, he does great videos.
Do you know who the Statue of Liberty actually is? No. Lucifer.
Ooh.
The Statue of Liberty has 7 points on its crown, because he indulges in all the 7 sins of the world.
The glass blowing
and on
is
top
cool.
of that, it's holding a torch representing the light bearer, Lucifer.
Isn't it supposed to be representative of freedom?
But freedom of what? I don't know. Exactly. It's freedom from God. It's the Luciferian agenda that's being played out for centuries now.
I really wanted to see the finished glass piece. What was that going to be? Kind of bummed they didn't put that in there. Bohemian Grove shocking footage from a hidden camera captures something nobody was supposed to see.
Which hither ye have brought from regions where I reign. Ye fools and priests, I spit upon your fire.
Wow. Great son of all mortal wisdom, Owl of Bohemia, we beseech thee, grant us thy counsel.
It's like it's a robot from Star Wars. Not R2D2. The other. Wait, is it R2D2? The old one.
That's all you have to do.
Today,
Why they?
for he has anointed
So,
me to preach. He has
added in
anointed
audio.
me to heal. He has anointed me. Today,
They didn't need to add all that extra crap in there at the end. It sounded like Kenneth Copeland. Didn't appreciate it. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, you know, Bohemian Grove is like a classic for conspiracy theories. We talked about it a handful of times on this channel. My opinion is that they're probably just like a dudes club, like all the other secret groups, Illuminati, Rosicrucians. I think they're all just dorky brats for older dudes, and that one you just have to be like a billionaire basically to get in. It makes sense that the world's like richest business leaders and politicians and everything would want to meet up every once in a while. Like, that part makes sense, but they're all secretive about it, and that's why everybody comes up with all these crazy theories and stuff. Like, if they were just out in the open, if they live streamed it, nah, I guess they couldn't live stream it, but if they were just out in the open about what it was, I feel like people wouldn't care as much.
You know what the darkest conspiracy theory about aliens is?
I don't know if I'm ready for it.
That Earth is essentially a farm, and human beings are the vessels that contain souls, and they want us because this is how they create souls. And so they're farming us. They've created us.
Mm-hmm.
So we started off as primates, and through some sort of genetic intervention, I'm not saying I believe this. I'm just saying that this is like top of the food chain, put your tinfoil hat on super tight, that they farm us, and that the whole reason why human beings are involved in this conflict, constant conflict, it's all of it is to increase our competition with each other, increase our ability to control resources, which will increase our technology, which will ultimately lead to us creating this being that we're going to create, this artificially intelligent super god.
Ooh, yeah, that's possible. I mean, maybe they are just harvesting us, and maybe that's what the afterlife is we leave this body and go over to an alien body in another dimension or something. I don't know. But all these, doesn't matter which one, if they're, you know, life and science altering like that, or if they're little stupid conspiracy theories. At the end of the day, you still got to pay rent next month. You still got bills. You got to go to, you know, you got to do your job, got to be a productive member of society, even if everything is different, even if reality is a complete lie. You still have to be in it. So it doesn't really matter, you know?
I have a theory. What if life as we know it is one giant loop?
As you see in a video, is of it zooming out from the Earth into the universe and the galaxies and everything like that. And we know that the smallest particle is an atom. So what if when you're zooming out, you're really zooming in? Because you're just one big, large body, but when you break you down to your cells on a molecular level, you just get this reality again. Look at this video. Like, isn't that what it looks like when they show the body? Like, look, watch this next part when they get out of, look at that. Nerves. Does that not look like nerves? How is that our universe? It is us. We are the universe, literally.
Yeah, I've been saying that for a long time. We're a little microcosm, and within our cells, there are little microscopic universes acting out stuff in there, and they're living their whole lives. And for them, it doesn't matter that they're in a cell inside of my body. They still got their lives to live. They still got bills and shit. Does capitalism exist in the cell universe in my body? Oh, and by the way, if you're keeping track after last week's video, and that guy said that UConn was going to win because they win every 4 or 10 years, 2014, 2004, now 2024, UConn women's lost. UConn men's still won, so I guess he was kind of right. But I said, I don't remember what I said, but I said that they weren't both going to win, and I would come back and make fun of him for it. So, I'm doing now. I've got 5 on it.
This is what they call the Illuminati bloodline. Yes, this is all facts. You didn't know Barack Obama is Dick Cheney's 8th cousin, and he's also George W. Bush's 11th cousin. See Princess Diana in there, Madonna in there. It's a lot of people who are related in the industry that we don't know. That's how they get these positions, and that's how they're plants in the industry. This is an article from CBS confirming that they are all cousins. I'm gonna show y'all this just to show y'all an example how people of power go to great extents to stay in power. Now, this is Charles II of Spain. Notice the jawline is disfigured. That's from inbreeding. Believed by inbreeding, they are able to keep their bloodline strong.
I feel like he was kind of mashing up 2 different conspiracy theories there. There is the conspiracy that all the presidents are related except for like the 13th or something. And then I've also heard the theory about that guy with the deformed chin, and it being caused by the inbreeding. But I don't know that those 2 are related to each other. But then, you know, technically, aren't we all related? Like, particularly if you believe that we all stemmed from Adam and Eve and their descendants. And you have to believe we're all distant cousins to some degree. And no, I don't believe that we're all related. I think we were different Homo sapiens that evolved over time in different parts of the planet, probably. So we wouldn't all be related. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't personally done the research into the presidents being related thing, but if you have, please let me know. I would love to hear about it.
Let's talk about sanpaku eyes and what they mean, specifically when the whites are on the bottom of the eye. As you can see from Aaliyah, the whites of her eyes are under her iris. It's said that people with this typically live a tragic life and something tragic is approaching. Unfortunately, a lot of times it's something tragic regarding being unalived. A lot of times the eyes aren't like this naturally. They turn like this over time, and that's when you really want to be cautious that something dangerous may be approaching. Let's look at some other famous examples. This was like 1 season before Abby Lee went to jail and ended up in a wheelchair. She was showing sanpaku eyes, whereas in the first season she was not. This one's really interesting because sometimes sanpaku eyes can also show people want to stop you, if you know what I mean. They want to prevent you, and what best way to prevent you than unaliving? Actor who played Gomez in The Addams Family was showing sanpaku eyes. He passed away shortly after filming this movie, just 1 year after it was released, actually. And Michael Jackson had sanpaku eyes as well.
Don't that Sydney Sweeney girl got the sanpaku eyes? She got those big old eyeballs. Boom! She got them sanpaku eyes. Somebody better help her out. Make sure she's all right. I did see recently she said she survives off of 2 hours of sleep a night. That's going to kill you right there. But there you have it, folks. That is another compilation of some of the wildest TikTok conspiracy theories I can find. If you enjoy this, be sure and go check out my entire playlist of conspiracy theory reactions. I'll link it right over here for you. Don't forget to check out the merch shop. It's linked down below. Please leave a like, subscribe if you're not already. Like I said at the beginning of the video, there's like 70% of the people watching my videos not actually subscribed. Wild. I don't know. But sub up so you never miss a video. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. So until next time, seek the truth.